You're listening to the BigIron Buzz.
Welcome to our latest episode of the BigIron Buzz, where each week we'll bring to you the latest news and trends in the ag real estate and used equipment markets. This podcast is brought to you by BigIron Auctions and BigIron Realty, rural America's premier online unreserved auction site, bringing you rural connections, respected values, and real deals. Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Smith, and I'm the host of the BigIron Buzz. With me today is Mark Stock. Mark, I'd like to talk about land sales so far this year. What are you seeing in terms of both availability and value?
Well, we're just kind of getting kicked off here with the 2020 fall land season. We've had some sales here in September. We're noticing that the scarcity of land being available for sale is keeping the prices up really well. Low interest rates are also helping that out a tremendous amount. Opportunities to get an interest rate with a 3 in front of it for a long 20 or 30-year fixed period is just absolutely unbelievable. So that is helping on some of these land sales and some of these private treaty offerings, so people can expand their operations and their payments. When you take the principal time, the amount of interest is very similar or comparable to what cash rent would be in some areas of the country. So they're basically renting to own. Now the profit or the remaining money that's raised after you pay your taxes and your interest is going to be used towards the principal, but long term there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel for people who want to expand their operations. But there's a lot of land that we have scheduled to sell here in November and December and even after the first of the year. So we just hope people let us know what they're looking for, and then we can keep them apprised of the situations.
BigIron Realty has several tracts coming up for sale in the next month. Let's talk about a few. On October 15th, you're hosting a land auction for 150 acres in Madison County, Nebraska. What can you tell us here?
Well, we're seeing a lot of these properties that are hitting the market that are parts of family trusts. And this this land is being managed by the attorney for the trust, Jim Farringer, and he's got BigIron Realty conducting this online auction coming up here on October the 15th. Now, Jim Stock and John Stock are the real estate licensees that are representing this property as it's sold. They will be in the Columbus, Nebraska BigIron Realty office on the day of the sale to answer any questions. But if you're looking for 150.98 acres of land that's located in west central Madison County, Nebraska, this is between the towns of Newman Grove and Meadow Grove. This farm's on a good gravel road, just a couple miles off a major highway, and it's close to an elevator, so you can go drop off your grain right after harvest simply and easily. It's a flat, gently sloping dryland farm, and definitely worth taking a look at. But Jim Stock and John Stock are representing Junior L. Samuelson and Miriam L. Samuelson Trust. And that's what this land will be sold under here coming up on October the 15th. If you go to BigIron.com and you click on that sale date, you'll see additional resources on the screen. We have the FSA info, the plat map pictures, the aerial map information, the soil map information. You'll see a location map as to where this farm is located from the towns in the area. We've even published the sale brochure that's hanging in a lot of the towns around. So if you want to see what the sale bill looks like, we have that published as well. There is a survey that's been done on this property, and we have that published as an additional resource. And the purchase agreement that Jim Stock and John Stock have put together through the attorney Jim Farringer is there for any prospective buyer to review so they know all of the terms and conditions of the sale before they submit their bid. So all of that is on the BigIron auction website under the October 15th sale date.
And then the following week, on October 22nd, there are 2 tracts of land, one in Buffalo County, Nebraska, and the other in Hall County. Tell us a little about each.
Yes, we have some really nice land selling October the 22nd. And folks, if you're looking for some premium farm ground, Rex Mahoney is the real estate agent that is handling property that's owned by Ted Adams. Tract number 1 will close at 10 o'clock in the morning. That tract is going to be 157 acres of Hall County, Nebraska land. And that farm is really nice, located close to grain markets, got good access from a well-maintained gravel road. It's got a 7-tower Zematic pivot that was bought by the seller in 2013. It's nozzled at 750 gallons per minute, and it has 35 psi when they put it up. They do gravity irrigate a couple of the corners. And folks, if you're looking for 144.61 certified irrigated acres, you can add this farm to your operation. Altogether, it's 157.78 acres that will be selling. And Rex Mahoney will be at the Holiday Inn in Kearney, Nebraska, the day of the online auction. So if you need some bidding assistance, you're sure welcome to stop by and visit with Rex Mahoney. Now, tract number 2 is 106 acres. It's 106.74 acres of Buffalo County, Nebraska land. This farm is located north of Interstate 80, and it's got a 6-tower Ranke Electrigator 2 pivot that was bought new by the seller in just January of 2017. This pivot was set up for 650 gallons per minute at 55 pounds per pressure. There's 88.87 certified irrigated acres on this farm. So great opportunity, folks, to add a nice smaller tract. Rex Mahoney once again selling this lad for Ted Adams, and he'll be at the Holiday Inn in Kearney, Nebraska. This online auction will start to close tract 1 at 10 a.m. and tract 2 at 11 a.m. on October the 22nd on Big Iron.
On October 29th, there are 2 tracts in Butler County selling on Big Iron's online auction, as well as 80 acres in Polk County. What's your assessments here?
Yes, we've got some nice land selling here October the 29th. There are a couple tracts of land selling in Butler County, Nebraska. There's tract 1, 94.55 acres. This pivot irrigated land is located northeast of David City. There's a 9-tower Zematic pivot on this farm. It's owned by 2 people, though. Tract 1 is 94 acres total. Jim and Gail Plosik's portion makes up 55.95 acres, and Martin and Cynthia Plosik are selling the other 38 acres, but you're buying it as one tract. You'll just have 2 purchase agreements, folks, the day of the sale. That will make up the 94.55 acres. Now, Jim Stock and John Stock are handling this real estate transaction, and you need to call them to schedule a time to inspect this particular parcel, and they'll be more than happy to schedule a time to do so. Now, they also have 58.95 acres in Butler County that's also being sold by the same sellers. This particular tract is a small tract of dry land. That property is located on a good gravel road close to some local markets. Jim Stock and John Stock have more details about this tract as well in Butler County. They also have 80 acres in Polk County, Nebraska. This particular tract of land, folks, is owned by BATK LLC. This particular farm is a productive pivot irrigated farm that lies flat. Most of the soil is Hastings silt loam, which is some real good soil types, folks. There's a 7-tower Zematic pivot, 60 horsepower electric motor, and Jim Stock and John Stock will have all the details about this land that will sell with no reserve coming up here on October 29th on BigIron.com.
And then in November, you'll be selling 1,800 acres of hunting land in central Missouri. Give us a sneak peek here.
Yes, what an opportunity, folks, in Missouri. Coming up with a lot of parcels of land that is being auctioned to the highest bidder online. This is coming from one seller, and they put this property together over a period of time, and now it will sell on the Big Iron website. Sneak peek, just stay abreast to BigIron.com for more specific information on your excellent ideal hunting properties in Missouri, in the Sedalia, Missouri location. We also have a sneak peek here, some land that's going to be selling in Hamilton County, right around Aurora, Nebraska. There are 6 different tracts. A little sneak peek here, folks. 75 acres in one tract, 83 acres in another, 125 acres in another, 103 in another, 142 in one, and 159 in another. Just a great, great opportunity, folks, to put one or several parcels of land together in Hamilton County, Nebraska, close to the town of Aurora, Nebraska. Jim Stock, John Stock, and Jerry Haig are working for the owners, getting that property advertised and marketed, and the final sale price will be determined by your bidding and your participation in the November 12th, 2020 online auction.
Let's switch gears and talk about equipment sales. If our listeners are looking for agricultural equipment, what sales catch your eye this week?
Oh, do we have a lot of good quality equipment once again. Doug and Tammy Miller, they're from Hubbard, Nebraska, which is the northeast corner of Nebraska. They've got a John Deere 4450 mechanical front tractor, folks, that's going to sell. They've got a 5288 that will be selling. They got an Alice Chalmers 7040. They've also got the good old dependable John Deere 4020. They've got a Gale 6640 skid steer that will sell. Those are just a few of the many items that are selling for Doug and Tammy Miller from Hubbard. Northview Family Farms, they're from Butte, Nebraska. Beautiful God's country in Butte. They've got a 2007 Peterbilt conventional 387 semi-truck. They've also got a zero-turn John Deere riding mower, so check that out. Sawyer Construction Company, they are out of Fremont, Nebraska. They got a Case IH 3294 mechanical front tractor that will be selling. We got Farm Credit Leasing out of Greeley, Colorado. They are selling some equipment as well here on the October 14th online auction on BigIron.com. And the equipment they have includes a Gleaner S78 combine and a MacDon FD 75S Flex Draper. So check those out. Sugar Creek Farms, they are in Madisonville, Kentucky. And they've got a John Deere 7720 Titan II combine. They've got a Ford F700 tandem axle grain truck that's in excellent condition, a 1973 model. We've also got Bart Wright from Earl, Arkansas. Has got a Great Plains 40-foot drill that will be selling, so check that big machine out. Abram Nordoff is from Sublet, Kansas. They're selling a John Deere 4640 tractor with a loader. It's a 1982 model, folks. They've also got a John Deere 4555 mechanical front tractor. So check out those nice, good, dependable tractors that you can do a lot of the fixing yourself on. They'll be selling in Sublet, Kansas. D Triangle Inc. from Syracuse, Kansas. They've got 30 items that will be selling here on the Big Iron October 14th sale. They have a 2004 Volvo semi-truck tractor. It's a day cab. They got a Kenworth W900. It's a 2001. They've got a Chevrolet C6500 feed truck that's selling. They've got several other vehicles as well. They got a Wilkins walking floor trailer that will be selling. They've got a Wilson split axle flatbed trailer also. They got a big package of equipment that's selling on BigIron.com. We've also got the John Long Estate. They are from Lewis, Kansas. And Scott Harbinger is the Big Iron rep who is helping the John Long family work through the estate sale. They're selling a Case 215 Puma mechanical front tractor. It's got 1,628 hours, folks. Plus, they got a Ford Model A two-door sedan. So check out that collector car. They have a Hustler Raptor zero-turn lawnmower with only 58 hours. So check out that machine. They got a lot of tools and shop equipment that will be selling on that auction as well. Plus, we got some construction equipment. Sun State Equipment, they've got items selling in Oklahoma, Texas, and Tennessee. They've got over 40 different items that will be selling here on Big Iron. We've got the Buffalo County Ready Mix out of Gibbon, Nebraska. They've got a Mack granite cement mixing truck that will sell. They've got a Ford F-150 two-wheel drive pickup also selling on the Big Iron website. Plus, they got a Hinneker 7-foot snow plow. Check that out. Dustin Cornell is from Laurel, Montana. He's got a 2012 Caterpillar TH514 telehandler, and they've got a Cat 16G motor grader that will sell in Laurel, Montana coming up this weekend. So coming up on October the 14th. Got a great lineup of machinery to pick from, both construction, both ag, semi-trucks, transportation. Check it all out, folks.
If our listeners are looking for something fun to do this fall and maintain social distancing, what do you recommend?
Well, it's hunting season, and what a great way to social distance, but to go out there and go hunting. And we've got some perfect vehicles to do so because Mahindra has asked Big Iron to sell a lot of their overstocked UTVs. They've got 2-seaters, 4-seaters, gas burners, diesels. They've got them enclosed cabs. They've got open cabs. They've got electric tilt boxes on the back. They have just got a tremendous offering here of UTVs that will be selling on BigIron.com coming up here, and they start here with some more on October the 14th. Check all those items out, and hunting season's right around the corner, so be safe out there, everybody.
That's our show for today, folks. I'd like to thank our guest, Mark Stock, and remind everyone that the equipment mentioned today can all be found on the October 14th auction and land throughout the month of October on BigIron.com. For the Big Iron Buzz, I'm Ryan Smith. We'll catch you here next week.